When tuning a receiver, a clear audio signal is the perfect companion. But when there is interference, the melody dissolves into harsh, unlistenable static. You attempt to adjust the tuning, but the noise remains, a jarring, discordant hum that sets your teeth on edge. That sensation of sensory interference is a daily reality for many of us. We often label it as chronic exhaustion or burnout, but those terms describe the symptom rather than the cause. The cause, often internal electrical static. This happens because the human body functions as a complex electrical receiver. We are biological systems that pull in information, process it through electrical impulses, and broadcast a response back to our environment. When an audio signal sounds terrible, you don't dismantle the hardware, you adjust the tuning to find a cleaner frequency. To address our own exhaustion, we have to look past the physical hardware of our organs and analyze the quality of our invisible electrical signal. Modern medicine typically treats the body as a chemical machine. When a system fails, we introduce chemistry, pills, injections, or topical creams to alter the biological balance. This approach, however, addresses only one half of the human equation. Every heartbeat is triggered by an electrical pulse. Every thought is a rapid-fire exchange of electrical signals between neurons. Our nervous system is a vast network of currents. We are electrical beings before we are chemical ones. Treating only the chemistry of the body leaves our electrical software unaddressed. Reaching a state of resilience requires us to actively maintain and tune these internal currents. The National Institutes of Health calls this the biofield, a cloud of electromagnetic energy surrounding the body. It acts as a storage drive for memories and unresolved traumas. These stored traumas create literal noise, dense clusters that disrupt smooth waves, preventing clear electrical signals. When your internal atmosphere is cluttered with this noise, the physical body must exert massive amounts of energy to push a signal through. This constant effort results in the brain fog and fatigue we associate with chronic illness. We can address this static using coherent sound. Practitioners employ medical-grade tuning forks, tools that produce a pure, perfectly consistent frequency to identify and resolve interference within the biofield. As a vibrating tuning fork passes through the field, it acts like sonar. When the fork encounters a pocket of static or trauma, its pitch physically changes, becoming sharp, flat, or noticeably louder. This creates a state known as biofeedback. When the body hears its own electrical noise perfectly mirrored back by the fork, the nervous system recognizes the dissonance. It naturally begins to self-correct, sliding its internal frequency back into alignment with the clear, steady tone of the fork. Sound therapy provides the body with a correct baseline pitch. Once that clear signal is introduced, the nervous system does the work of tuning itself back to a state of health. Biofield tuning shifts the focus from abstract concepts of wellness toward the measurable physics of voltage. The health of your system is determined by how much electrical power your cells can hold. Think of your body as a rechargeable battery. Chronic stress acts as a resistor, draining your charge, causing fatigue and weakened defenses. In contrast, a high-voltage person is resilient, holding a full charge to process life's heavy currents without tripping a circuit breaker. True wellness is the process of increasing your physical capacity to hold power. It is about making your battery larger and more efficient. To increase that capacity, we have to improve the efficiency of our internal wiring. One tool used for this is the 144 frequency. In mathematics, 144 is a Fibonacci number, a digit that appears in the natural growth patterns of the universe and represents a state of harmonic completion. Our DNA and nervous system function as a series of electrical strands. Years of trauma can leave these strands thin or brittle, creating resistance that slows down our internal data transfer and drains our power. When we introduce the 144 frequency, we create a state of harmonic resonance. Just as a specific note can cause a glass to vibrate, this frequency coaxes the body's electrical strands to expand and clear away resistance. The wiring becomes upgraded to high bandwidth, capable of moving more current with less effort. This increased efficiency opens the body's central channel. Instead of being a closed loop that slowly depletes itself, the body becomes a more effective conductor, pulling in energy from the environment to maintain its own charge. Upgrading the capacity of your internal circuit is a prerequisite for health. You cannot hold high voltage if your wires are too thin to carry the load. This electrical perspective even changes how we view psychological overwhelm. Mathematically, overwhelm occurs when the amount of input entering your system exceeds your current frequency's ability to process it. In response to this overload, the biofield physically tightens. This constriction signals the brain to enter a state of fight or flight, locking the body into a loop of anxiety. Using sound to broaden the field breaks this loop. By widening the energetic boundaries, you signal safety to the nervous system, allowing the brain to shift back into a restorative rest and digest state. We cannot always silence the noise of the world, but we can tune our own receiver. By maintaining your voltage and refining your field, you gain the ability to process that noise and turn it back into music.